Hello and welcome to another InstaForex daily market analysis. For today I decided to cover Euro versus US dollar. We'll speak about Bitcoin, dollar index, gold market, crude oil and NASDAQ 100. I'll begin with the Euro versus US dollar, and what we can see here is a strong downside momentum this morning, and this is something that I alerted about yesterday and a couple of days ago, the potential for the further drop on the Euro dollar and rally on the dollar index, and we have exactly that. So we can see here that Euro dollar is taking the support on the weekly time frame, the swing low at 1.0700, and not just that it's taking, it's actually holding very strong below that level. And the really next pivot on the euro dollar on the larger scale, let's say in the weekly time frame, support is set at 1.0523. So there is a chance for the further downside movement towards that level, short-term speaking. On the hourly time frame, as you can see here, market held more like a bear flag at this point, and rejection of the 20-bar moving average, and then we have a sell-off, and this morning really strong momentum to the downside. And this is pretty much like inverted chart of the dollar index, since dollar index is now really strong, and this is something also that I alerted about. So you can see here that we have the weekly outside bar. So we had a combination of the very narrow bar, outside bar, and then a strong another outside bar to the upside, and rejection of the 20-day moving average at this point and 50-day moving average. So that was the key. And here in the hourly time frame, you can see pretty much that we have the higher lows on the hourly time frame and the breakout of this contraction. So that's a pretty good sign for the further rally. And the next pivot level, next major pivot level on the weekly time frame is all the way up at 106.80 mark and 107.20 mark. So plenty of potential for the dollar index to continue in the next, let's say, in short-term period. So on the gold market, we can see gold definitely is a relative strength leader, and there is a lots of demand for the gold, despite the fact that dollar index is on the rise and we have a strong upside momentum. Gold is actually didn't have any major downside move, so this is just big relative strength on the gold market. In the weekly time frame, we really have a vertical move in the last couple of weeks, and the market is in the new all-time high around 23.95. so still no any bigger weakness on the intraday frames or on the higher time frames. So the next upside objective from my perspective, 2400 and 2410. Now we can also take, for example, daily time frame and just use our Fibonacci tool, try to place and have a different levels here. So we can say it's sitting on this 100% expansion in 23.95. so this is expansion from this low, this high, and this low. So this might be some area. If we can see some rejection from this area, there might be a potential beginning of some downside on the pullback. But if market can hold above 23.94 and close above and hold above, then there is a chance for much bigger rally on the gold market. 24.83, 25.40 mark can be the next upside objective, short midterm. So that's the one thing. We can also place a Fibonacci expansion from this low, this high, and this low, and we can see also that 161.80 is around 2,500 mark at this point. So we'll see, but so far the area around 2,400, 2,394, if market can find some supply, and so there is a chance for a pullback from this area here. Now we have a crude oil just holding around the rising 10-day moving average, and we have some narrow bars so far, and we'll see if the market can hold. So support is set at 84.73. If we can break this and hold below, then the next support will be around 84 mark, and then the next one around 81 mark. From the other side, if market can retake this consolidation on the daily and hold above, then the next area will be around let's say 89.50 mark, like upside objective on the short term. So far, it's just a consolidation that is going on the crude oil. And NASDAQ 100. So we had a rejection yesterday, but still this market might be in the distribution process. So this whole area seems like a distribution to me, and I need to see if we can have a rebreak of 17,870 mark. This will be a very good chance for the further sell-off and a further bigger drop. But from the other side, if market can clear key resistance, let's say this pin bar high at 18,500, if market can clear that and hold the ball, then there will be a chance for at least another upside movement. But so far, we need to just be patient and see how this consolidation area and how the market will develop around. So that'll be all for this InstaForex daily market analysis. Have a good trading day, have a good weekend, and speak to you from next week.